Hey guys, Scrap It's back. We're out for another video. Doing some dumpster diving. And see what kind of stuff we can find. This tin, a little wire brush. Got about a bazillion of those things. We're going to start out with a nice tin shred video here. If you're wondering why I don't take this kind of stuff, I'll put a link to it in the video below. You can take a look at that and understand why I don't take it. We got a nice electric motor, I'll take that sucker with. That's about all I see in here. There's the do not touch pile over there, which is too bad. So, alright, we got the electric motor, we'll take that. It's actually a nice little box, I'll keep that too. And we'll keep moving along here. Northern Tool and Iron catalog. I'll take that. Big old tub. Too bad I don't need any tubs. We got too many tubs right now. Cardboard recycling. Here's the do not touch dumpster. They got some big stuff in here. Those big valves. Big old gate valve there. Yeah, I always have some really heavy iron in here. So a lot of their stuff ends up in here. I don't usually find too much in here, but every once in a while I find something weird, so I always check. But let's go to the next one. Should be some brass ends on these hoses here. So we will for sure get those out for there. Little water heater. Not much else I'm seeing. So we'll just take those things with. I'll trim them up at home. Couple of aluminum cans, I'll grab those up. Otherwise, not seeing too much in here either. So let's keep going. Lots of boxes and pallets. packaging stuff. Not much in there. Pretty much cardboard. Alright. That's that. Let's hit the next one. What do we got going on here? We'll lop the cords off of that. It's empty. Looks like a bunch of stripped out wire over there, so that's no good. Alright, let's see what's on the other side. Man, those boots look brand new. Huh. Just need to be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah. Take those with and check them out on eBay. That is for sure. We got here a Call of Duty poster. I'll probably take that with me. Empty. Fitbit box. Box is empty. Got a fan, we'll deal with that in a minute. And then looks like there's a little bit of wire in here. I'll get the stick out and dig all that, what I can grab out of there, but it doesn't look like a whole lot in there. Alright, we'll do that. And we'll hit the next one. So those boots that I pulled out of there, apparently I just did about 2 minutes worth of research online, and apparently these are some kind of military issue boots, and they were never worn. I mean, you can just see on the sole of them, they're never worn. But it looks like they sell for 30 to 40 bucks on eBay. So that's a nice little score right there. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for more than anything, is right there. That's awesome right there. Now there's a little something back there. Let's get the stick out and see what we got. There we go, a little brass, a little copper, a little wire. Into the bucket it goes. Some more in here. Let's see if we can just grab the... Oh yeah, nice fan motor in there. Guess it's the day of motors. That's the third one I found. I got one off camera, I didn't show you guys. There's a little more brass, a little more wire on that thing. That one's empty, that's empty, that's empty. Alright. Cool. There's a padded envelope I'm going to grab out of there, but then when I pulled up here, well, she's all squished up together. Nice little chunk of sheet aluminum, probably ½ pound. Right there. So we'll take that with. Let's keep going. That is empty. Wonder what that's for though. Auto X-ray. Huh. Oh, there's a whole nest of those, more of those ballasts down there again. Alright. I'll get those fished out of there. There's a bunch of good wire on that stuff. It's weird that I find those things in here from time to time. Wonder why. There's no company around here that does this kind of stuff. Definitely strange. But not complaining. Definitely not complaining. Just odd is all. So I'm going to get the tub out and get all that stuff dug out of there, and I'll give you a peek at it in a minute. So that's all of them right there. That's 3/4 of that tub full of these things. The wire and the ballast. So my yard, I got 2 different kinds of ballasts in here. So these kind of ballasts that have kind of the angled ends on them, they'll take as ballast price. These kind of ballasts are almost like a power board inside. Matter of fact, I'll take one apart and I'll show you that right now, what they look like on the inside. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these things. So your typical ballast is kind of like a half of a stop sign shape, where this one is much more square, lightweight, sounds kind of hollow. There isn't much to these things. They're either tack welded on the ends here, or just kind of crimped on like this. So they're not very hard to take apart. Just kind of prying the, just get a good screwdriver and pop the lid off of these things. But anyway, we should probably see this thing. This thing weighs in at about just over 12 ounces. So if this was going to go, your yard might take it as a ballast, mine won't. So best thing is to check with your yard. But if my yard would just make me throw this into the shred pile, so at 12 ounces, I mean, I'm going to get 4 or 5 cents for it, as it is like that. So then there's just these little plastic things that hold the wires in that are easier just to bust out with a pair of needle nose or a pair of pliers. It's just a little easier to get the whole thing out. There we go. So then what you're left with is something similar to this. It almost looks like a power board. It's got 3 transformers on it, or this one actually has 4, so a lot of them have 3. So there's 4 transformers on it. It's got a lot of this black goo on it, like a hard rubber on there. So then the next step, this could go into your low-grade circuit boards if you want to just get rid of it just like that. So you're, you know, I don't know if your low-grade circuit boards pay better than shred, or if it's close enough to do it. My low-grade circuit boards are 10 to 15 cents a pound, kind of depending. These would probably be the 10 cents a pound varieties. But you can see it's not too hard to get the transformers off of here. That one's kind of into the, got a lot of that black plastic around it. So we'll just pop that thing, pop them off with a pair of channel locks. And the big one is usually a little bit harder to get off of there, the biggest one. So just like that, so then now you have this that could maybe still go into your low grade circuit boards. I mean, there's still enough stuff on there that it could go. So then you end up with 3 or 4 little transformers, a little bit of tin, and then your low grade circuit board, or this would still end up in shred. So is it worth doing? If you got time to do it, it probably is. Otherwise, I don't believe that it's really worth the amount of time if you got other stuff to make money or you got other stuff to do. So that's what's in those things. The bigger ballasts, there's a lot more copper in them. There's a lot more of this black rubber goo stuff in there, and you can watch a video on how to take one of those things apart. I've never tried, and I don't want to after watching one of those videos. So back to dumpster diving. So you can see that's quite a bit different than a true ballast. So these would go, if I took them apart, they would go as low grade board on the inside, and then of course the shell would go as shred. These guys go as ballast rate, and it has to say, you can see right there, it says no PCBs on them. My yard, I'm sure is like most yards, will not take them unless it says that on there. PCBs are bad. They're very toxic and not good for anything, and so they don't even want to deal with them, which I understand. So it's not a bad little score. It's kind of a lot of labor for not a lot of money, but scrap's been a little light lately, and this will give me a little project if I get bored. So not a bad score though, I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Oh, good Lord. More of them. Alright, well, I'm going to get these out too. Jeez. I don't know what, they must have replaced the lights in here or something, I guess, but I've seen this in here a couple of times before. I've grabbed them out, but I'm going to get the stick and grab my empty tub and get to work here. I guess I'll be bringing some ballast into the scrapyard, huh? She full. That's a lot, for me anyway. So, my tubs are full. I'm going to have to go home and get some empty tubs for the retirement dumpster. Hopefully that'll be a little bit full, but we'll check it out here. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we went home and we emptied out. And now it's time for the retirement dumpster, and unfortunately, big old countertop in here. And a water softener, which is kind of a bummer. A rechargeable battery. Looks like they could dump a whole bunch of kids stuff in here. But we'll still dig through this thing, and we'll show you what we get. It's empty. We'll still get some stuff out of here. I'll show you what I get here in a second. Hang on. So kind of came close to filling up the tub. It's still been a little light here. I don't know if they're working on, it's just winter time and there's not as many projects going on, but just the usual collection of wire. This is an aluminum framing square, whatever you want to call this thing. The corners snapped off of it, and I got 17,000 of those things at home, so that'll just go into cast aluminum. A little bit of number 1, a little bit of jelly wire. All in all, probably 15 pounds. Not too bad. So we'll take that and we'll go hit the next couple. The restoration dumpster, you just kind of never know what you're going to find in here. Looks like some kind of like a fish tank pump. Top fin filter. Alright, well, there's another fish tank part. Those are all empty. Sometimes this fish tank stuff can be a little bit valuable, but that one looks pretty dirty and filthy and gross. I wouldn't want to sell that to somebody. Hey, folding chair. What is that? Can't say I've seen anything like that before. Huh. Looks like it all hinges out. Maybe like a, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. I'm gonna explore that for a minute. If anything, I'll just throw it in with my shred when I go to the scrapyard. Tile, tile, tile. Paperwork and catalogs. That's aluminum, I'm sure. So that'll go. Bunch of lighting fixtures. Nothing in that box. Ooh, nice little broom. It's definitely seen better days. Huh. Bible. Trail mix. These photographs. Purse empty. Another empty purse. I have to, maybe I'll take that whole box and dig through it later on. Another big box of weird stuff there. Not a whole lot today as far as scrap goes. So I think we'll call it a day, boys and girls. I got some stuff to do today. Thanks for watching my videos, and we'll see you again soon. I'm gonna dig through these boxes. It just looks like not a lot of anything. If something is good in there, I'll pop back in and show you, but if I don't, thanks for watching my videos. We'll see you around.